What up, homosexual? What's going on? My name is Coach Nat. Welcome to the Queer Gym. Thanks for checking us out. I want to show you how to get in shape with like-minded queers without the toxic gym culture, the fucking gym creepers, or those fucking annoying ass gym bros, so that you can get consistent, have way more energy, and feel fucking motivated. Let's go. This video is for you if, first of all, you're gay as fuck. Second, you're not sure where to get started, how to get started. You're feeling overwhelmed by all the information that's out there, and you don't quite feel comfortable or even safe in a regular gym. If that sounds like you are in the right place. I'm about to show you my exact four-step process that's helped over 10,000 queers become happy, healthy homos. Bow, bow, bow. Let's go. Because I believe every queer should feel comfortable in their body, feel strong and affirmed in their body, live their best authentic life without worrying if they can keep up. Like Kim. Kim's one of my current clients. I've been working with them for over 10 months. They're living their best fucking life ever right now. They've completely transformed their entire life in just 10 months. Or Perla. Perla went from big back to fucking muscle daddy. Prior to joining the gym, they had never worked out, didn't know shit about protein, couldn't do a fucking push-up to save their life. Or Todd. Todd wanted to just straight up put on 10 pounds of muscle, and this is what we were able to do in just 12 weeks of working together. Or Stephanie wanted to get rid of the love handles and have a nice little flat tummy. Boom, handled. Or Marissa, who hit me up and was like, yo, I want to be an Instagram baddie. And I was like, say less. So before I dive in, I want to share with you my story and why I decided to open up America's first queer gym ever. This is what I looked like when I first started going to the gym. I basically looked straight as fuck. And the gayer I started to quote unquote look, the shittier the gym got for me. And it got to the point where I just stopped going to gyms completely. Plus, adulting kicked in, and next thing I fucking know, I was the biggest I'd ever been. And I thought to myself, all right, I cannot be the only queer having this shitty ass gym experience. So I went to Google, and all Google gave me was like, not the type of workout I was looking for. So I knew I had to take matters into my own hands. And so I started America's first queer gym ever. Originally, our name was the Perfect Sidekick, and even though our name has changed, our mission has always stayed the same. We've always been about making happy, healthy homos. Now we're known as the Queer Gym. So cool. I had a safe space now, but I still needed to get my ass in shape. And probably like you, my challenge was that I was busy as fuck. I was working full time. I was in grad school full time. I was overwhelmed by all the information that's out there. And I also wanted to build some community and meet some queers outside of the fucking bar scene. So I started to put my little master plan together to become a happy, healthy homo. And of course, I started with fitness and nutrition, but that still felt too overwhelming. So I basically broke it down into four sections. And within 6 months, bam, I got snatched. And so did all my members. And next thing I know, the gym is popping. We grew, the community grew, and then in 2020, bam, COVID. So, like everybody else, we had to figure it out and go online, which actually turned out pretty fucking awesome because we ended up having members from all across the world, like Canada, Mexico, Spain, Iran. It was wild. And sometimes timing just works because at that point, our lease was up and we said, fuck it. And we went all in online. And so now we're able to help way more queers because we're not limited by location. So, how did I and 10,000 queers actually get in fucking shape? I'm about to show you the exact four-step process that helped all of us become happy, healthy homos. So let's go. Number one, getting active. I consider being active and working out two separate categories. Getting active is not sitting on your ass all day and getting moving. Working out is, well, working out. What most people do when they want to start working out is they skip the active part, they join a gym, and they set a goal to start working out 3 times a week. Problem with this is that even if you do work out 3 times a week, it still means you're sitting on your ass the rest of the time. So the first thing I want you to do is track your steps. Most people start at under 1,000 steps a day, especially if they're working from home. Once you know how many steps you're taking, I want you to set your first baby goal of hitting at least 3,000 steps. Technically, this is still considered sedentary, but hey, baby steps, we're going in the right direction. Next goal is to get 5,000 steps. Anything under 5,000 steps is considered sedentary, so hitting 5,001 steps means now you're active. Next goal from there is get to 7,000 steps. 7,000 steps is cool because this is like your maintenance level. This means that if you're happy where you're at and you want to just maintain, you got to hit 7,000 steps a day minimum. And then, of course, 10,000 steps is when shit gets really popping. Cool. So, how do you actually make it happen? Here's some helpful info about hitting 10,000 steps that I think is going to help you out. Number one, within 15 minutes, the normal person will walk about 2,000 steps. So 10,000 steps is probably going to take you about an hour and a half to do. All I want you to do is split that hour and a half into however many time blocks you want to split that up into. My personal preference is starting off with little baby chunks. So I like the short 15-minute walks. This is the exact strategy I used with Sarah. Sarah basically doubled the amount of steps they were taking from last year. This is their actual graph when we started working together. You can see this is current. Look at this. Womp. Over 11,000 steps on average. This is them sitting after they walked up a whole ass mountain. So that's how we're going to get you active. And you're like, okay, cool. So when do I start working out? I got you. I like to start my clients working out around 5 to 7,000 steps. When people hear the word work out, they usually picture joining a gym. The problem typically is that one, they don't know how to work out. Two, they don't feel really comfortable. Three, they're inconsistent. And four, money. I'm going to show you how to solve each one of these problems. Let's start with I don't know how to work out. What if instead of joining something you have no fucking idea how to do, like joining a gym, you thought about joining an activity you love and you probably already know how to do? So my first tip is find how you like to move. Find the activity that you enjoy. Not everybody's into joining the fucking gym and running on the treadmill, but what if you're into dancing? What if you're into martial arts? What if you're into fucking roller skating? Think about the things that you used to enjoy. Then decide what type of gym to join. You don't need to join a regular ass gym. You could join a dance studio, a karate dojo, an adult recreation league, a little derby team. And the best part is that not only do you know how to do it already, but you actually fucking enjoy it. So that's how you're going to get over the whole I don't know how to work out part. You're going to pick an activity that you already like and that you already know how to do. Next, feeling uncomfortable at gyms. My tip for that is to find who you would like to move with, aka community, your people. Finding your people will only make it easy for you to stick with it because you feel fucking comfortable. Next problem, being inconsistent. My tip for this is find when and where to move, aka convenience. In terms of when, I want you to think about frequency and duration. Don't start by trying to work out every fucking day or 4 days a week or 3 days a week. Start with like once a week and then build it up from there. In terms of duration, maybe right now you don't have time to do an hour. Maybe you're not even in shape enough to do an hour. Can you find things that are maybe 30 minutes long or maybe that you can do for half the class? Next is where. In terms of convenience, obviously you're going to look for places near your job or possibly your home, but I also want you to think about things that you do during your week on a regular basis. So for example, if you have kids, if you have to take your kids to soccer practice every week, you can maybe find something around the park that you can go do while they're fucking having practice. Or online. Online's convenient as fuck. You don't have to go anywhere. Boom, you're already there. Wink, wink. So that's how we're going to solve the inconsistency problem. We're going to try to make it super convenient for you by reducing as much friction for you to actually get to your workout. Last part is going to be cost. Cost is usually the first thing people think about when they start thinking about a gym, not the move. And I'm actually going to challenge your belief on this. I want you to ask yourself, do you think of yourself as an asset or as a liability? Because a liability is a cost. An asset is a fucking investment. So if investing a little bit more into your gym is going to get you to actually fucking show up and actually get healthier, I think you're an asset that's absolutely worth a fucking investment. So don't think of yourself as a cost. You're investing in yourself. So that's how we're going to solve all the problems that are going to actually help you start working out consistently. Monty was interested in working out with hella queers from the convenience of their own home and was down to make the investment. And in return, Monty worked out almost 200 times last year. That's like 2/3 of the year. And now they message me and they're like, literally, like my biceps get stuck in my t-shirt. Cool. So that covered fitness. Let's get into nutrition now because it's all about what you put in your mouth. We're going to start with number 3, meal prepping. Now, before you give me some fucking side eye, you're probably thinking about the old school way of meal prepping. And that's basically where you cook all day on Sunday, you eat the same shit all week, and nobody got time for that. There's a whole ass new school way to meal prep. And fun fact, if you're not sold on meal prepping yet, did you know that you save almost $400 a month when you meal prep? Did you know you save almost 4 to 8 hours a week cooking, prepping, cleaning? And my favorite part, you're not stressed out every fucking day thinking about what's for dinner every night. Meal prepping starts with making a fucking grocery list. Most people do not make a list. They just go up and down the aisle and just throw random shit in the cart. This is going to waste so much of your time and so much of your money if you're doing this. So, are we down to make a grocery list? Cool. This is the exact grocery list that I give to my clients so they can start using this. The first thing you see on here, besides print this out, is clean out your fucking space. Because by cleaning and organizing, you're going to know what you already have and you're not going to go rebuy it. And if you're not rebuying shit you already have, you're going to save a shit ton of money. The next step after that is for you to actually go in there and fill in the food that you're missing. Cool. This is where it gets fun because instead of buying ingredients that you still have to cook, You're gonna buy food that's damn near ready to be put in your mouth already. And I have 5 different hacks for you. First one, go to the deli section. The food in there is already cooked, it's not processed, it's fresh. You can go and ask for 3 pounds of whatever protein you like. That's going to be enough for 7 meals. You're going to ask for 7 cups of whatever carb you like. That's going to be enough for 7 meals. You can grab as many greens and veggies as you want. That's unlimited. Next hack is the frozen section. A lot of food in here is already cooked and just frozen. You can get veggies that you can just throw in the microwave and steam them up. The food in there is already cut, ready to go. And a lot of the frozen food actually retains a lot of the minerals and vitamins because as soon as it's right, boom, they like freeze it. Next is family style. You can go to a lot of restaurants now and order family style or party trays, and they're basically doing the meal prepping for you. I like to do this with like Chipotle. Like I just go online and I order under the catering menu, I pick it up, meal prep done. Next is meal delivery. Now, before you hit me with like, oh, it's so expensive. No, the fuck it's not. The average cost of a meal is about 12 bucks. That's cheaper than going to a fucking restaurant. That's cheaper than fucking Grubhub. And it's also healthier than both those two options. And number 5 is canned food. Don't think of canned food as fucking ghetto. Canned food is affordable and it's convenient. You can get canned tuna, canned chicken, soups, beans, fruit, like already cooked, ready to go, easy peasy. Now, if you want to go ahead and screenshot this, this is basically the exact same food list I give to all of my clients for them to use. And if it has this little hack logo right here, it means that this is even easier and prepped and ready to rock. This is the exact same list, but this list is in terms of what you're going to need for the entire week. This one's for the entire meal. So how often should you meal prep? Most people meal prep once a week. I don't like that. I actually tell my clients to meal prep twice a week. And the reason is because you're two fucking different people. There's workday you and then there's weekend you. Work week you has a set schedule, fucking routine, a set lunchtime, like you're on your shit during the week. Weekend you is a little fucking feral. Like there's no schedule, there's no routine. You fucking go to brunch, you sleep in. It's just like a free for all. They're two completely different people, two completely different lifestyles. So I want you to treat them like that. On Sunday, prepare for the week. On Thursday, prepare for the weekend. Plus, what I really like about you meal prepping twice a week is that you're going to get more reps. If you're new to meal prepping, doing it twice a week, it means you're going to get better at it faster. Second, you can have more trials of different foods that you like. For example, if you buy a protein bar for the whole week, that's 7 bars. What if the protein bar tastes like ass? Now you're stuck with 7 bars versus trying a new protein bar and only getting 3 or 4 bars that you can try out. And if you don't like it, all right, well, you only had 3 or 4 bars. All right, meal prep, done. Final, meal plan. Let's be real, you can get a custom meal plan pretty much anywhere and pretty fucking cheap nowadays. But you don't get the most valuable part, which is actually fucking knowing how to do this shit for yourself. And I think knowing how to fucking nourish your body is a fucking survival skill. And it's also a skill that's pretty easily attainable with the right tool. And this is a tool that you've probably already heard of, and this is a tool that you've probably even tried. It's food logging. Now, before you hit me with another fucking side eye, a tool is only useful if you know how to fuck to use it. Most people don't know how to food log. Most people, when they start food logging, they download MyFitnessPal, they start logging everything every day, and it becomes overwhelming as fuck, and then you quit. Don't do that. Do it like this instead. I have my clients start logging meal by meal. So, for example, we're going to use breakfast. Step one, I tell them just log it. I don't care what the fuck you're eating, just log it. Don't worry about calories or protein or none of that shit. Just log what you're eating already. Step two, once they've been logging it and got the hang of that, I'm going to give them a protein goal. Normally, by this point, they're like, oh, fuck, I'm not eating enough protein. The last thing I want them to do is replace their entire meal because they're not eating enough protein. Instead, we're going to have them stick with the food that they've already been eating. We're going to find the protein source and we're essentially going to double the portion on that. Next thing you know, bam, you hit your protein goal and it's stuff that you're already eating that you know you like. Step three is now we want to do a little calorie goal for breakfast because we increase your portion for protein, chances are that also bumped up your calories. So we want to shave that back down by shaving off a little bit of carbs and a little bit of fats. Step four, at this point, you probably have 3 to 5 favorite breakfasts as your go-tos. They're meals that hit your macros, that you already like and enjoy, and that don't taste like ass. Now that you've identified them, you're going to save those as your go-to meals for breakfast. And then after that, we're going to move from breakfast on to lunch, on to dinner, on to snack, until you have a fully customized meal plan that you and I put together and that you actually understand. Okay, I want you to keep an eye out for this. For most people, the macros for breakfast, lunch, and dinner are going to be about the fucking same. What changes is the moods around those meals. Here's what I mean by that. For breakfast, typically you're rushing out the door trying to get to work on time. For lunch, it's the middle of your workday. You're probably stressed out. You probably forget to eat or don't have time. And then come dinner time, you're fucking tired, exhausted, and just want to have grilled dinner. So by becoming aware of the moods around different meals and the challenges that they present, you can better plan for those meals and better manage the moods for each meal. So that's how I want to get you through food logging, meal by meal, and I want you to get good at managing the different moods around each mealtime. That's exactly what I did with Elizabeth when we first started working together. Elizabeth had no prep, there was no plan. They should just like eat by the seat of the pants. And now literally like their pants don't fit. And that's because they've dropped 76 pounds by meal prepping and following the custom meal plan that we put together. So there you have it. Ta-da! That's how I became a happy, healthy homo. That's how all these queers became happy, healthy homos too. We follow these 4 steps right here. You're seeing this and you're like, whoa, okay. I want to tell you that you got this. I didn't gatekeep anything. I gave you all the sauce so that you can save time researching, you can save money trying things that don't fucking work, and so that you can totally do this on your own. But why would you want to do it on your own when you can do it with hella queers? And we can bust this whole thing out in just 16 weeks. So if you want some help and a bunch of queers doing it alongside with you, book a quick call with me by clicking the link below. I want to show you how you can work out live 3 times a week with hella queers across the country so that your workouts feel like a drag show in a fitness class had a baby. Here's an example of our set weekly class schedule. All of these workouts are live, they're small groups, you don't need any equipment, they're only an hour, and they have really gay names. We'll also talk about a nutrition plan that you can stick to that doesn't feel like another 90s fucking cringe diet. And of course, we'll talk about all the amazing queers that you're going to have here rooting for you. Plus, we'll talk about how you and I can work together because I'm basically like a crazy ex-girlfriend, but for fitness and nutrition. And hopefully that's enough crazy to keep you on track. And ultimately, the goal is to also have you become a happy, healthy homo. So go ahead and book that 15-minute call. I want you to know that I don't take my job as your coach fucking lightly. Like I actually give a fucks, like a lot of fucks. And like, fuck what I said. Kim said that I helped them out more than any person ever has in their entire life. So, aw, I love that, Kim. Thank you. So, my guarantee is this. Within the first 2 weeks of working together, if we ain't the vibe, I will just give you your money back straight up. So go ahead and book that 15-minute call. Worst case scenario, we fuck around and find out this ain't the vibe. All good. I'm still going to point you in the right direction with your goal. I'm still going to hook you up with a bunch of free resources that are actually helpful. Or, best case scenario, we fucking U-Haul it and you become a happy, healthy homo. Only one way to find out. Book that 15-minute call. Thank you for being here. Hakuna Matata. Bye.